Live from Studio B in River West Radio. It is what it is. I'm Carol Hale, and today I'm going to do the show myself. I have no guest today, and it's kind of nice to do it once in a while myself. And so today, uh, I have the green sheet here of the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, and today in history. I went there a whole bunch of things, what happened, historical things, but my favorite thing here is 1974. In a blow to President Richard Nixon, the U.S. Supreme Court unanimously rejected his claims of absolute, unqualified presidential privilege of immunity from judicial process under all circumstances and ordered him to surrender White House tapes to the Watergate investigation. Ha! Oh wow! If we could have such a thing for our current president. So yeah, today I'm really, I want to say how I kind of apologize for last week's show. I was very jarred as I was coming into the station last week. The Blue Angels, or whatever flying team, was part of the Lakefront Harbor Festival. Um, Flew right overhead. Terrible, terrible, very too close and very loud. It really, really totally jarred me. It was overhead. I could feel it throughout my body. And as I said last week, there were a couple of grown men here, just a door away, and they too recognized or felt the vibration, the power of the jets flying overhead. And I had said last week, we need to do something about this. It is not a positive event in Milwaukee. It was sponsored by Waterstone Bank. It's the military action, excuse the plane, all this. It's supportive of military action, and we should not be, of all times, supporting military action. So I very much want to protest the Waterstone Bank's sponsorship of the air show at the lakefront. So, but continuing on, though, on a positive note, I want to mention about the importance of small kindnesses. We really benefit so much from little things that uh, others do for us, but we also benefit when we do a kindness for someone else. And I have here a small writing that was given to me by Deb Saloni a few weeks ago. It is just lovely. And it's about, kind of like a small kindness. So it is, once upon a time, there was an old wise man walking on the beach. Suddenly, he saw a boy who was reaching his hands to the beach, picking up something and throwing it into the sea. He continued to approach and asked it, "Good morning. May I ask what you are doing?" What you are doing. The boy paused and replied, "Throwing starfish into the sea." The old man was a little puzzled, and the young man said, "The tide is going out. If I don't throw them in, they will die." The wise man listened and replied, "But my boy, don't you know that this long beach is full of starfish along the way? You can't make a difference." After hearing this, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it into the sea, smiling as he said, "It does make a difference into this one, into the life of this one." So, yes, small kindnesses. So, and also, Deb Saloni is going to be a guest in perhaps the end of August, beginning of September. She's a fine poetess and lovely person. So, the goings on in River West, the Center Street Festival is coming up in August, and I hope to have a small booth with for Martha, the store across the street from here at on Center Street. She's having, selling things out of there on Center Street Day. So, and she is Shawnette, who is married to Steve, and they together own the Uptowner Bar, a frequent visiting place of mine. And so Shawnette, I hope I can have a little space. Well, I believe I can for Center Street Festival. Coming up tomorrow in the afternoon at the Jazz Gallery here in on Center Street, they're having the opening of a show of photographs of all the jazz greats at the Jazz Gallery. All the jazz greats really have performed there, mainly in the 60s, I believe. And, but yes, all the jazz greats. And I am hopeful that Dejanette, Dejanette, who is a drummer, I'm hoping that they will have him as a guest at the Jazz Gallery sometime this year still. Excellent person. I don't recall seeing his name as having performed there. And if that's the case, I would like to make sure see what I can do to initiate a visit from Jeanette. And this week also, tonight there is at the Humboldt Park, there is Latin jazz. There is jazz at the Humboldt Park. One thing that I love about this community, and I've said this many times, is, the activities, the music, the art. River West truly is a bastion of art and creation here. And I have met many good people who live and work here in River West, and it's enriched my life. And I hope in some way I've helped some of them myself. I'm noticing people walking by here at River West Studio. The studios are located in storefronts. This I don't recall what this was prior to have anything to do with River West Radio, but I used to rent tapes and CDs and videos and things here also. But but now it's storefronts. There's Studio A, which I am looking at. It's across just across the room from here. And I was there initially, and now I'm in Studio B, and which is equally good. Maybe a little better. I have room for more guests, and next week I think I'll have a couple of guests. So, but as I sit here and I watch all the passers-by, and absolutely without fail, uh, people, when they're walking, they have their phones in their hands. They're either talking or holding their phone. And I saw somebody a few moments ago going on a scooter, these little scooters that they have available. And he had his cell phone in his hand. Wow, wow, we are so addicted to these phones. And I had a hard time relaxing earlier today because I was just getting terribly irritated with my phone. It was, I don't know. I feel like the phones are really trying to agitate us. I don't think they're there to help us really. I another thing. I do repeat things here, but I sadly truly miss the old, landlines. You had a wall phone. I had a wall phone in the kitchen, and a Princess phone up in my bedroom, and if you didn't want to hear any calls, you just turned them off. You turned the off, turn the phone off, and that was so lovely. And now you get all these garbage ads, and they're trying to butt in and sell us something all the time. And unless you pay extra to have things, withheld from your phone, you have to bite the bullet and watch all this and listen to all this crapola on the phone. And of course, that word it doesn't apply so much with what you hear. But crapola. But I have mentioned that phone too. Talking about presidents earlier. Nixon and now Trump. The tariffs that he has imposed. China and particularly China. It's one of the few things that I really appreciate what that Trump has done. Most people probably wouldn't appreciate that, but I do because it increases the prices of things, makes them less available to us. All the junk, we are just up to our eyeballs in junk, and I'll hear somebody here walking to the window. He's coming now, and he's going to he would take what I don't know what he's looking for, but whatever it is on the paper rack, he hasn't found it. So here he is with a cane, just like I have a different cane, but. And he's got a beer there. Ha ha, he's going to have a beer and a cigarette. Oh, a butt. He conserves his smoke. I like that. People who don't have a few puffs and throw it away. This guy's being conserving. And I don't think he can hear me. Of course, you walk outside the studio and you can hear what's going on in the studio. You hear the shows. So, but he's not listening. He doesn't hear. Doesn't apparently care. And he has no reason to care. Hey, Bad Bunny. I see that he is doing comedy now. Or he proves to be a funny guy. And Saturday Night Live, I didn't see it, but I've watched all these things that tell about his performance and Saturday Night Live. And I forget whose other show he was on. He's in a movie. He's now he can act and do comedy. This guy's just really amazing, and he's having a good time, and he's not letting all this go to his head. Or so it seems. He's I would, like one of millions, I would very much like to meet Bad Bunny. Seems a really positive person, and I think his presence as a celeb, a star, and someone that he's uh, really been a positive force, I think, and certainly for Puerto Rico and the Latino community. And here comes someone in through the door now. Someone who has a bicycle. He has just cycled over here. This is Bill Duvall. And Bill he has a show here. It comes after my show. Yeah, baby. Yeah, he's another good guy. He talks a lot lately about imprisonment because he experienced that for some marijuana or some related offense years ago. and and here he's hugging now with his friend who comes and sits on the radio with him on the program. Another fellow he met in prison. Actually, they've become really good friends, and so Bill Duvall. And here, Pierre Davis Dutrix is setting things up for Bill. Bill is going to be going on at 4:30, and so Pierre, he had everything set up for me, and Zav Laplay, the director here, he's not here today, and but Pierre. And I understand Pierre, he does large paintings on the exteriors of buildings. And he did this in the past in France. And and it's called the Squart movement, the Squart movement of giving or finding vacant buildings and having artists and musicians and such creative people have their spaces, their little studios in a building, and they would do that unbeknown to the owners, I believe. But but Pierre would do paintings on the buildings everywhere, or not, wherever he could, and he has his own very wonderful style of art. And so I'm after this show today, I'm going to see if I can see some of the work he's done here in River West. Pierre Davis Dutrix. Yes, actually, he and I went to the David Barnett Art Gallery this past week, and I have a few pieces there that are, not that I did, that I had from China. And so Pierre went with me to the gallery, and he met David Barnett. And it's really awesome. That gallery has so much artwork. You can't believe, it's mind-boggling the amount of art that David has in that gallery. And what a wonderful not collection, but things he has for sale. Pieces like the other day there were a couple of pieces that he was had on his catalog line. $3.5 million. Another one was $1.5 million. These things, of course, those are on the higher end, but nonetheless, he has the full spectrum of art, and from other cultures as well, African and just from everywhere. And so, and David, his gallery is the oldest gallery, I believe, here in Milwaukee, in a mansion on, Prospect Lake Drive, and wonderful place. David, very interesting person. He is in his later 70s. Guy doesn't have a wrinkle, not a flaw, not anything. I mean, nothing that would indicate any sign. Certainly no stress. It doesn't have any sign of stress, and he does lead a good life. I mean, I can't be envious, but some people just, they have it. They seem to have it all, and David is one of them. I myself, I myself, I have quite a lot, but I certainly don't have it all. And I, every day I do feel behind. Every day. I certainly don't know if I'll catch up with what I need to do before my final farewell from this life. But I doubt that I'll have everything tidied up and complete because there's a great deal to do. And I had some good help lately. I have, a guy fell from the heavens, a guy from Laos. Wow, super. He goes by the name of B, and he can fix anything, and landscape, and do electrical and plumbing, and he fixed my car, or the body. I had a little damage on the front bumper, which, it's a misjudgment in pulling up to a stone. Actually, I ran into a stone turning into a driveway. And, and the reason I did that, it happened, was because I had a phone call. See, this is the thing of the phones. Had the phone in my car, and they're so freaking important, and everything is so important on those phones. So, so I, going for my phone, and I misjudged. I hit this stone. I really did a number on my, it's not a bumper anymore. I don't know what it's called. But now, and you can't have dents pounded out anymore, It's not metal, it's all plastic. And so but this guy did an amazing job. Put my little bumper, whatever, together, and it's not finished yet, but you almost would not have known that it was broken, except there's still a piece of it missing. I don't know, when I left the scene of the accident, I couldn't find the piece. At any rate, it was B. He doesn't listen to the radio. He won't hear this, my talking about him. But he is just for freaking sure a godsend for me. And now he's cutting. I live on the river, across from Lincoln Park, and I've got trees growing up along the river, and the view is everything from where I live. That's the beauty of the river there. It's a lovely view, but it was starting to become impaired with all these trees. They're actually buckthorn trees, I'm quite sure, and which grow everywhere now, and they're just very invasive. So this guy cleared out a whole bunch of them, and he's going to clear out more, and he's going to fix the staircase that goes down, stairway that goes down to the river, and he got some railroad ties yesterday. I don't know what he's going to do with them, but he has a plan, and I don't ask anything about it. Just let him go at it. Let him have at it. I truly, I think I'm really lucky to have this person. Actually, he was my neighbor's. He helped my neighbor, and I kind of like. Well, I didn't take him away. He's still gonna do work for my neighbor. That's for sure. More work than he does for me. But uh, yeah, a blessing. Hey, well, look at this. It's already 4:25, and I I I have. I'm just looking here. I have this paper here in front of me. Ozzy Osbourne was a frequent visitor to Milwaukee. Who's the performer that bit the head off of a bat? It seems to me it was Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know. I think so. I think he's the guy who bit the head off a bat. Very disgusting. I would never, ever, ever see or listen to this guy's music. However, if it wasn't Ozzy Osbourne, it was somebody disgusting. And uh, I haven't been to the chamber orchestra here in Milwaukee for years, and at the this coming week at the Milwaukee Chamber Musical Festival, Villa Terrace, they're going to have Yanni Dinur leads the chamber music festival, and that should be excellent. And the Terrace is one of my favorite places. It's a lovely, lovely place. And wow, that people lived there, and they just took it for granted. These moneyed people. Oh wow, it remains a beautiful, beautiful place. And I I'm looking forward to. Oh well, this weekend I'm not looking. Well, actually, I have two funerals coming up this weekend. Saturday and Sunday. Not happy days, but departure of really excellent people and a couple of guys that were very meaningful in my life. And actually, we're having one on Sunday at the Trax Tavern, the Trax Bar on Center and Humboldt. It's a good place. It was place we all hung out at, and Hank was part of that. Hank Lipsky is going to be a celebration for him. And so, folks, I don't know what's coming up here next week. I have no clue. I don't have a guest lined up. I've been kind of discombobulated lately, and but whatever happens, I hope you'll tune in and forgive my shortcomings, and I've had plenty of them. I look forward to this show. I look forward to your listening. I hope you're listening. I hope people are actually tuning in and appreciate that this station is available for so many good people. Hey, so all right, folks. Until next week. Love you.